Hey there everybody, Matt Carter here.
And Jessica Carter from CARTERMATT.com.
This video is your latest Bachelor Nation headlines as we approach episode 4. There is some truly ridiculous things we need to talk about today.
That's right.
We've got Chris Harrison. You can have him host your wedding. I find all of this incredibly interesting. We are going to take you through everything you can have Chris Harrison do for you.
And all the things we wish he would do for us. Or that we imagine he might do for $10,000.
Yeah, this is some real incredible stuff that's going on his website. We're also going to talk a little bit more about Chase Rice has spoken out about what is quite possibly the most dramatic situation involving a musical guest in Bachelor history.
Yep, and it's not surprising.
No, we'll share a few other teases from episode 4 as well. Before we dive into anything though, if you like this video, be sure to give us a like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any other updates. Let us start with Chase Rice, because we talked a little bit about this in the preview earlier this week, and I think our thought was, okay, how much did Chase know going into this that he was basically being thrown into a minefield of chaos and just...
Yeah, and that was the thing. I felt that either he had to have not known and it was just awkward for everybody involved, or that he did know and maybe that him and Victoria just... They're not off badly. It may not have been like some horrendous breakup where they hate each other and maybe they're still friendly. And he was like, you know what? Yeah, I would do that for her, sure.
Yeah, I didn't know, and I thought probably he was being blindsided, but we have confirmation now. Back around CMA time, Chase told the Morning Toast in a red carpet interview basically that... And this happened back before it was officially announced. I mean, what happens is, stuff about dates gets out. There were a lot of people there. But Chase kind of talked about how he thought, as most people should think in this situation, because Chase is like a billionth country music singer who has been asked to perform on The Bachelor.
Of course they have singers on The Bachelor all the time. This is pretty normal.
Yeah, and they're all kind of in the same exact vein of somebody who, if you listen to country music a lot, you've probably heard of them. Maybe not everybody. I only know Chase Rice because he was on Survivor, but anyway.
I don't know anything about him. I don't listen to country music at all, so this is all brand new to me.
Yeah.
Which, again, then is the reason that he would want to do this show, so he can get some of his music out and maybe reach people like me who have never heard of him before and have never heard his music before.
This is my favorite part of the quote that he gave, is that he said that, he was there to promote his music, and then ABC, really the production, brought a little extracurricular activity into the performance. And clearly, he was not aware of it. He did not know in advance what was going to be going on, and...
But at the very least, he should have known that if he's going on The Bachelor and he's singing, he should know that he's probably singing for a date.
Yeah, he probably was aware of that, I think, and I don't know all of Chase Rice's dating history. I remember on Survivor Nicaragua some of what was going on. But in real life, I don't know how many people he's dated, but there were probably about a 1 in a billion chance that one of them would just so happen to be an ex of his. This is maniacal.
Oh, yeah, but this is not surprising.
No. The Bachelor does not win many Emmys. Someone should win an Emmy for this. Just the level of tomfoolery.
Oh, this is absolutely mustache twirling on their part, being like, okay, so we just happen to have a spot that we can have somebody promote their singing, and now we also happen to have an ex-girlfriend on the show. Is what was going on. For such a moment that we've been talking, we haven't even seen it yet, and we're still talking. We're already talking about it. I'm sure we'll be talking about it afterwards too.
And Chase Rice is going to be on unprecedented levels of just trying to play it cool in this episode, because I'm sure he doesn't want to, be embarrassed. He didn't sign up for this, so he'll probably. I think Chase will actually still perform for her if she wants to. If she actually wants him there.
Well, that's the thing about it is. It's one thing if you want to screw around with the people that have signed up for the show to be a contestant on the show. Okay, you expect that production is going to do some stuff to you. And you expect that they're going to make you uncomfortable. You probably fill out this big form. It's like, oh, yeah, what's your biggest fear? Oh, I'm afraid of flying. Perfect. We're going to put you on a season with a pilot. That, we totally expect that to happen.
Yeah.
I think when it comes to people who are like the musical guests,
my fear is Chase Rice.
Something else, like why are you also going to do this to people who are coming on to just be, oh, here's an opportunity for you to come and perform. Oh, well, now we're also going to embarrass you.
Yeah.
It's really a different level of shadiness by this show. Because, what is he supposed to do? He's going to come on stage, he's going to start to perform, in walks his ex, and then it's like, okay, well, now what does he do? He's here to try to promote his career and reach some new people that maybe haven't seen him perform, or reach fans that do really love him, and now it's about him personally and not about his music anymore. And he didn't sign up for that, so...
No.
Come on, guys.
I hope at one point he just starts doing the jig that Ashley Simpson started doing when she was lip syncing on SNL supposedly. But
I think he's going to be a professional and just be like, okay, so there's my ex walking in. Well, I'm hired to do a job, and if I was anywhere else and she walked in the door, I would have to continue singing. So I'm just going to continue on. So I think he's going to be a professional about it. We'll see how Victoria deals with it.
And then after the performance, he will go and maybe throw a guitar right into the head of one of the producers.
Oh, someone will, I would assume, got a talking to after that episode.
Strongly worded letters were passed around. Okay, well, let's share a few other details about this episode coming up, because they're going to Cleveland, and I know that nothing spells, people in Cleveland about to hate me, nothing spells romance quite like Cleveland. No, Cleveland has got some nice things in it. They do. They had LeBron playing there for a few years.
I just like that they built it up in the synopsis to be like, oh, everybody's going on a trip together, and it's like, oh, and it's Cleveland. I'm making it out to be like, oh, we're all going to Antigua, we're all going to Greece. Like, no, you guys are going to Cleveland.
Yeah. Cleveland's got the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, so maybe they're going to go there. It's got a couple, but it's not, let's be real, Clevelanders. This is not the place that is referred to as romance. What happens here the majority of the time, I don't know if it's true with Cleveland, is cities, states, their tourism boards will often pay production. Because of that, of course, producers want to go where they're going to get tax breaks or where they're going to get people who are willing to support them, and they get a trade-off with all of that.
And then it's good for Cleveland because people will want to come out there.
Yeah. Cleveland will be portrayed in the most romantic light imaginable in this episode, though they are having a date that involves, the Cleveland Browns. You don't need to depress viewers of Bachelor Nation. I mean, the Browns we've all been through enough with the Browns. Don't bring the Browns into this. See, okay, now Cleveland really hates me, but... You guys know, you've worn the bags on your heads at the stadiums. I've seen you. But anyway, that's going to be a part of this episode.
Yeah.
You will have the Browns, or at least I think it's a former Browns player. They couldn't even get a current Browns player. You couldn't even get Baker Mayfield to sign up for this nonsense. No, but you're going to see that involved somehow. We have Victoria, who's going to have her infamous date.
Yep.
You're also going to have Kelsey, who's apparently going to have a date, and... I don't know if champagne is involved.
No, probably not. But it also looked like there was going to be some sort of bachelorette bowl or something.
Yeah, I think that's probably at whatever this Cleveland State, the Brown Stadium or something.
Does that bring you back to your days on Beauty and the Geek?
Potentially. I mean, nothing will go worse for these people than breaking a clavicle, which I did while playing flag football. I think they will fare... Unless they just get a supreme case of sadness being in a home that has just been a setting for so much losing that I feel the Browns fans know that I don't have a football team, so it's just one of these sort of things. I understand.
So then you just hate everybody else's.
I understand a lot of the pain because. When I was a kid, the Mavericks were my favorite team, and they were terrible for their entire run until they won a championship not that long ago. So I know what it's like to lose and root for sports teams who lose. But okay, well that's...
I'm from Toronto, so we have the Leafs. So if anybody knows what it's like rooting for a team that doesn't ever win, they have never won in my lifetime.
Yeah. But the Leafs are the most popular team ever that is also really bad at winning. They have a very unusual place in sports fans' hearts.
That's because that one day it's going to happen. and they're going to win, and it's going to be glorious.
Yeah, maybe the
And I don't even like hockey,
Yeah.
and it's going to be glorious.
Maybe the Bachelor will be the thing that turns around the Browns. Maybe they'll be better from here on out. Maybe they'll get some of that love magic in there.
Yep.
Everybody will be happier. So, Kelsey's date is apparently at some point around here we'll have the return of Alayah, who is coming back. She feels like she needs to clear the air.
Yep.
The synopsis indicates that this is going to like bring about an unprecedented level of just like chaos and madness, and there is nothing that contestants hate more than someone who is eliminated coming back.
Right. We don't know that she's actually coming back for another shot. We
Yeah.
do know that Peter was having some regrets. So, I mean, depending on what she says, maybe he's going to ask her to come back. Maybe he's really going to have regrets.
I hope that she comes back.
We all hope that she comes back. She has brought so much entertainment joy to our lives. She is entertainment gold.
Yeah. Alayah, just stick around. You might know at this point you don't have a chance, but I'm sure producers in return, they will book your tickets to Mexico so you can go on Paradise.
And then we can watch you there too.
You get everything that you want. Speaking of people getting everything that they want, I cannot believe what is going on here with Chris Harrison. Like I had heard tales about him. I don't know how long per se he's been doing this. It feels like a recent development, at least in terms of being made public, where you can now rent out Chris Harrison to officiate your wedding. He's even promoting it on his Twitter. You can go to his website. All you gotta do, you gotta tell him. Apparently he'll travel anywhere within the U.S. and maybe occasionally some destination weddings as well. Proposition here for Chris Harrison. Can we have him go to like some of the one of the most remote places in America? Like maybe I think there's a town in Arizona that's not even connected by road, and I think their mail is delivered by mule. Can we have him like go there and do a wedding, or let's just have there should just be a show. Chris Harrison officiates weird weddings.
Oh, don't give them more ideas. We don't need more Bachelor shows. I feel like there's quite enough of them going on. But I actually think that this is a really kind of cool thing. Because Chris Harrison is attached to this show that so many people really love that, you've got... It has sparked such a Bachelor Nation. So many different things out there. I mean, I was even influenced to have a song from Jake's season in my own wedding, On the Wings of Love. So, I mean, why not have Chris there for people who are just love Chris? I mean, it's cool that he's actually willing to do that. And how much is he willing to get out of bed for? How much is this going to cost him?
I don't know. I looked at some of his other rates. He's charging like $500 per video message. It's like $750
and that's like a random, hey, I'm at McDonald's.
I don't know.
And that's going to cost you $500.
I'm not sure, but apparently you can get a video message from him in front of the mansion for like $750, and I think he kind of lives kind of close to the mansion, so
$750.
I feel like maybe he can
Lordy.
just like drive over there at any given point.
Oh my goodness!
I don't know.
For $10,000, he'll deliver your baby.
Okay, here's a great wedding idea. I'm offering up some advice here to people. You have the groom standing there with the rose, and then you have the bride there, and then Chris Harrison looks at the two of you, and it's like, Bob, this is the final rose tonight. And then then I guess you don't have a lot of options at that point. But you're getting married. That's the point. You give her the rose. And then,
I promise you that's been done.
a different idea. What if you're like dressed up as like superheroes? And then you're like, Superman, do you take Lois Lane to be... I just want to put Chris through like the most ridiculous...
Now you're putting Chris kind of like in the Vegas... sort of spectrum of things where it's like, Star Trek weddings and Elvis.
Yeah. Chris, he also, apparently you can book both the mansion and Chris for your own event. So, can we do something like...
That's the $10,000 ticket right there while he delivers your baby.
I'm Chris Harrison. This is the Hunger Games. Like, can we figure out some other incredible things for Chris Harrison?
That's so dark.
Okay, you know what? I have already destroyed the Cleveland Browns in this video. I don't know who's watching at this point, so...
I feel like that's got to be a $50,000 ticket.
It's probably... Okay, as we wrap up this video, though, I think this is a worthy question. If you could have Chris Harrison host any one event, what would it be? Share in the comments, and if you like this video, give us a like, subscribe, and you can support us further by checking the link in the description to the CARTERMATT store. And we'll see you here next time.